Hi everyone, it's 9th of March 2021 and let's have a look at Bitcoin. We're making higher highs and higher lows, and if we look at the intraday, we had a head and shoulders, this being the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, broke above the neckline, and the next area uh, would be 60,000, 61,000 actually. This target is this is a 4 hour head and shoulders target. Obviously, it doesn't mean it will reverse from there, but it's just a target. If we look at it on daily, the only thing that's standing between uh, there and now is I'm just going to put the fib retracement is the 0.786 level. Usually, sometimes what happens is price goes up and it retraces it back. What we could be in is potentially for a few weeks of symmetrical triangle. But we'll talk about that when that happens. So far, BTC is looking very bullish. Actually, a consolidation for BTC sounds good for alts. I think alts will be able to pump just a little bit higher if BTC consolidates in this area. Speaking about alts, let's move to Ethereum. Ethereum versus BTC had a nice little run, but then just gave away almost everything. Found support in this area, and it looks like it's climbing back up. This massive candle was based on the news that there will be an update on Ethereum. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I know it'll make Ethereum more scarce. So I'm guessing this will likely to move up from here. The only time I'll be interested in buying Ethereum is when it breaks above this head and shoulder line again, and it will start showing some sort of strength. Because at the moment it went on a 3 week pullback. So Ethereum is looking okay, but we'll get on to that once price reaches this level. Today, actually, what I wanted to talk with you about is DeFi space. So I'll pull up CoinMarketCap and I'll hand it over to Footage, who will speak to you a little bit more about DeFi and what our plan is.
So quite like relatively high level, to be fair, but we got into cryptocurrency namely Bitcoin, back in 2000 or late 2016. Sort of started investing in 2017 during the whole leg up. So I wouldn't say we're massively early adopters or anything, but what we realize though is that generally pumps in Bitcoin are sort of propped up or followed by some kind of mania or hype of some type. In the 2017 leg up, it was in the 2017 bull run, it was the ICO mania, and it was the whole ICO hype that sort of went in sort of in unison with the Bitcoin hitting $20,000. But it was mainly these sort of new tokens and this new method of crowdfunding, basically, which is ICOs. Now, what we notice though is that you don't actually hear much about ICOs anymore in this bull run. So what we're seeing now, right? Bitcoin has pumped, but what I notice is that the current bull market is the current hype cycle, if you like, is DeFi tokens. And in a sort of similar way, where in 2017 there were things that pumped sort of 10x or 20x even in some cases within weeks. I get sort of similar vibes to the whole DeFi space in this run, 2021. It'll be interesting to see. A lot of people in the crypto space are predicting sort of much higher Bitcoin prices in the six figures, even. And it'll be very interesting to see how much these DeFi tokens or shitcoins, how much they will pump. So, so basically, going entirely based on past, and we'll say like, history is the greatest indicator of future events, right? And if you do look at the past, it's generally there is one specific thing that stands out to be, hyped up more than the rest. And as I said, in 2017 it was ICOs, and it very much does seem like DeFi is what's going to be the next thing. So in terms of strategies or whatever, I think we'll probably be focusing on DeFi tokens,
Yes.
right?
So moving back to coin market cap, the reason why I'm showing this is because it seems like the 2017 coin, the hype coins, they've all gone down. They've all gone down
Yeah.
dramatically. Like EOS is 26. I remember using was number four. A lot of these have gone down. They've been replaced by DeFi. So Polkadot is 6, Uniswap and Chainlink they're in top 10. Top, I think this wrapped Bitcoin is a DeFi as well. Yeah, it's number 15. 17 is AAV. Theta is 18. So my strategy for this is to go down and look for a DeFi which are way down the list. For example, this Sushi one, Sushi Swap, and this SNX, and have a look at the charts. Obviously, don't just bind them blindly. Have a look at the charts, and if they look bullish, then perhaps it is worth investing. This is my plan purely. So if I just go to Sushi BTC first and go on a daily. Okay, we can see it had a really nice run, and it has developed a inverse head and shoulders or continuation head
So
and
this is
shoulders.
this is basically sorry to interrupt. So it's basically like a list of so in orange there on the right side on TradingView you can see that's the list of DeFi coins that you've identified to sort of be relatively interesting and maybe do some technical analysis on them, where we can compare them to Bitcoin, and also compare them to USD.
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
and yeah, and
Mostly
yeah,
we'll
like
be
as
doing them. Yes, sorry to interrupt. Mostly we'll be doing them but on against Bitcoin because I believe Bitcoin is the legacy coin, is the one that everyone's gonna buy. There is no point if in looking at, for example, Litecoin against USD, and if it's doing well against USD and it's not doing well against BTC, then you might as well hold Bitcoin. That Bitcoin
oh
is
yeah.
yes, Bitcoin is the coin that everyone buys. Um, yes. So based on that, I just wanted to talk about quickly about Sushi was developing. So if you can see, this is left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. Funny enough, like just like a couple of hours ago, this candle wasn't as big as it is now. It's 10% up against BTC. I was just talking to Foodage about this. But break off this neckline would make me interested. I would likely to place a stop loss in these levels, and a good break above this would I'll be interested in entering this trade. So this is one to watch out. Dot BTC, dot is looking good. This made a bullish candle, is making higher highs and higher lows. But I think it's looking even better against the USD. Don't normally go look at it against USD, but this one is very interesting because it's potentially has completed a pennant or a triangle. Now the reason why I'm calling it a pennant, usually uh, triangles they're much more shallower. They have shallow angles, and the pennants they have steeper angles, and they're between the 1 week to 3 week duration. Now you might ask, well, what's the difference between them? You can call them triangle, you can call them pennant. It's the way they are being measured, the targets that are being measured. For a pennant, is measured from all the way uh, where the run has started, the uptrend has started, and let's just say, for example, it breaks today. Uh, this is where I'll be measuring from, and that brings the target to $76. If this was a triangle, we're measuring we the measurement is from the widest point, and if it breaks today, this level, it brings it to $53. I believe this is a pennant more than a triangle, and it has made a very nice run uh, prior, to this consolidation. Consolidation is good. I mean, this is what happens normally when something goes up so high up. It consolidates, it takes a pause, and then it just resumes the trend. Any break from here would make me bearish, and I would, if this is to break, I would place a stop loss below this candle. So I'm very interested in dot. Dot,
Is
however,
that
yeah, go
can
on.
you have a look at BTC just out of interest?
Yeah, dot BTC. Yeah, it's making high highs, and you know, it's uh, it's on the it's on the zone. It's on between the 10 and the 20-day moving average, and it's produced a bullish candle. However, it's losing a bit of momentum on the MACD, but this doesn't mean much.
So earlier you said that you prefer to trade with Bitcoin. Well, you prefer to trade the instruments like that are
Yeah.
against Bitcoin, but
Why am I looking at
but
USD?
it's but say but you're looking at USD with the
Okay.
dot USD.
Yeah, sure. So for me, the high conviction trade are classical chart patterns. Right now, it hasn't really produced any type of chart pattern except maybe for a uptrend channel. Hold on a second, if I can. Yeah, for like an uptrend channel here. Apart from that, it hasn't really produced anything. However, on the USD chart, it did produce a pennant, and the way I see it is a consolidation. This is like think of it as like it's building up pressure, and obviously it doesn't have to break and then go to our target, but I will be taking this trade, and as long as I have a stop loss, I'm comfortable in taking this trade, and I'm confident in this one as well. I mean, you can never be confident in trading. It's basically it's 50-50. You can either go there or it just doesn't. Here's my stop loss, but this chart pattern, it does look decent enough to enter it. There's just nothing on the BTC dot. I mean, yes, there's a green candle and it's between 10 and 20, but for my strategy, the other one that I use, the MACD is losing its momentum. So I wouldn't be entering it based on that. I'll just be entering this dot trade based on the USD. I hope made it clear.
Yeah.
One other thing that I wanted to have a look at, Uni. Yep, Uni's doing all right. It's looking bullish. You had a massive uptrend, then it consolidated for a bit, broke the uptrend, and is continuing. Just is is having a bit of a pullback, but that's okay. Theta BTC made this ascending triangle. Also, if we're looking at the bigger picture, this cup and handle um, potential target is based on the cup and handle is around these levels. Soul, Soul is looking bullish, very bullish. Just pull back to the 10 and 20 area. Potential break from here is a signal for
Uh,
me to buy.
Out of interest, Soul is that another DeFi?
Yes, it's DeFi. Everything that I have in that list is DeFi, and Soul I
Okay.
think was quite down the list, which is why I'm interested in it as well. Because I feel like, yeah, there we are. It's 25. I feel like these Soul and SNX and Sushi, these DeFi coins. They are likely. Well, how likely I can't exactly tell. But for me, I think they will make it into the top 20. SNX, actually looking at SNX, it doesn't look way too bullish. I mean, it had a nice uptrend, but then it lost all its momentum, and right now it's just in a period of downtrend. It's nothing to be excited about for SNX at the moment. For me,
Right.
Link is an interesting one. The reason why I'm saying this is just it's made a very similar pattern to this coin, engine coin. So as you can see, it had a massive downtrend. It, then it went up. It went on a downward channel, and then it broke it and then produced. I'm not sure. No, this is not all time high, but it has rallied for quite a bit. And if I compare the two, Link BTC, I'll just be waiting for a break uh, to the in the upper zone to enter Link. Link is another DeFi. It is currently number 10. I can see it taking over Litecoin and XRP and all of these DeFi. DeFi, as Foolish mentioned, they are hyped coins at the moment.
Mm.
Um, yep, mentioned sushi, AAV, looking okay. Um, Massive uptrend, and then we had quite a bit of a pullback. To be honest, if I just use the fib level from this very bottom, sorry, and then yeah, yes, so went to the 0.618 area, and it bounced up from there. So hopefully break above these levels, 0.38, 0.5 would make me consider AAV coin. So is there anything else you wanted to add to this?
Yeah. There was just so there's first of all, I wanted to look at a coin, which is GRT. The graph. I'll just this isn't a DeFi though, but this is just out of curiosity, and there's also one other one.
Yeah, so the graph on the daily of BTC is looking quite bullish. We had a bullish run, and then it consolidated for quite a lot. This is when it started producing nice little uptrend, and then yeah, blasted upwards, and now we're consolidating. So if I look at the 4 hour perhaps, yeah, it seems like it's consolidating between these levels. Not quite the not quite the rectangle. We need I think one more touch on the support. However, yeah, it does look bullish. I mean, if we look at the daily, there's just no denying it. Went up, consolidated quite a bit. Break above this uh, will make me reconsider this trade. At the moment, this is just I'm flat. I'm not looking at this, but break above this will make me reconsider.
There is also sorry, yeah. So we looked at Ethereum earlier. Could you look at Ethereum again for the the Ethereum USD pair, if you have it open? The ETH USD.
Yeah, ETH USD, nice little uptrend, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. This bit here, it was it went on a bit of a downtrend, um, making making its way back. But as I mentioned, I will be very much interested in ETH on if it breaks this level on the weekly. It broke it once. I've entered the train. I got stopped out. Uh, yeah, well, if this breaks this, there's just a lot of empty space before the next resistance area, which will be that. And if it clears that, then it's just then we're making it. We retesting it these highs.
Mm.
So I think that's it for us. Unless there's anything else you want to mention.
No, that's it. So we had a look at DeFi. We had a look at a couple of other shit coins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point though that is it's that you mentioned earlier is that essentially the top ten in coin market cap, uh, the apart from maybe like a handful of of the coins are actually new, and so it's worth noting that this isn't that the top 10 isn't a fixed thing. So it's easy to look at this and think, it's easy to look at the top 10 coins and think, that's it, and they're sort of set in their positions. But compared to how the top 10 looked in 2017, for example, it does look very, very different for me anyway. Especially, Binance coin is so high up. Obviously, the top two have always been the top two, but at
Yes,
one
yes.
at one stage, even XRP. I mean, at one point, XRP was number two, and it's sort of falling down the rankings slowly. The point though is that I think you mentioned this as well once, was that the newer tokens, the newer ones, namely, the DeFi coins like Uniswap and Polkadot, etc. They have more upside potential than the existing tokens that have always been around. Yeah, that's what my observation anyway.
Yeah, I think we should point out when we say top 10, we don't mean it's gonna take Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's just the rest.
Yeah,
Ethereum maybe, right? But I don't think it's gonna take overtake Bitcoin. It's just all the other coins. I think it's worth mentioning.
yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not convinced anything will take Bitcoin's spot. Or Ethereum's at this point. I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of a tall order. But yeah. So yeah, like it's constantly chopping and changing. And the newer tokens, the ones that have just sort of come out during this cycle, are the ones that carry the most hype. And generally, what we've noticed is that they're the ones who have the most upside, which is why we're keeping an eye on them, and which is why we've got a list of uh, the DeFi tokens. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And we'll
Okay.
have a look again. Should we have a look tomorrow?
Yes. We'll just have a look again sometime. So just want to say thanks for watching, and don't forget to headbutt that like button and all of that good stuff. Like, share, and subscribe. And
Yeah,
see you some other time. Thanks. Bye.
thank you.